Welcome back to the final 9 holes of the Kitsap Classic on JBTV, presented by Gateway Disc Sports. As always, thank you, Gateway, for your support. Dustin Keegan, Dion Arlyn, Jesse, Bickley, and Kyle Crabtree in a heated battle, 9 holes to determine the A-tier champion.
Yeah, knowing that me and Dustin both birdied the middle 9 holes all in a row.
That's incredible.
It's coming down to the wire here.
I did not realize that at the time, but that is a phenomenal
9
stretch.
holes is a lot of golf left, but every shot matters.
Here we are on the 19th hole, a reachable 420-foot par 3 with danger left. You can see that path being out of bounds the whole way, and then if you pull up and go too straight, you'll find yourself out of bounds on the golf green. So you have to commit to a very specific shot, long and left.
Definitely knowing that I just saw Dustin's shot go right under the bucket. Have to go for this one. But like I always play, you want to make the correct mistake. Don't go OB early left. Go OB long.
Exactly. So you keep yourself out of trouble and you maintain an opportunity to birdie. Jesse with the backhand, that looks a little too straight, but strong fade. As long as he gets a good skip, should be fine. And he'll be near you there.
You got to be licking your chops on this one.
Yeah, I actually had a vision the night before that I was going to ace this hole, and sometimes you just can't shake that feeling. You just you really believe it. So in my head, I'm lining up the ace.
420-foot ace.
Yeah, 420, would be my third longest PDGA ace. I have 2 longer aces in play, and man, I parked it, so not bad. So now everyone has an opportunity for the birdie. You're the farthest away, probably just outside circle 1, maybe 45 feet.
Yeah.
And you can run this one clean. The hill behind it allows you to just jam it.
Definitely can be aggressive here.
It's up and just a little shy. Good power, but not the height there. Let's see if Jesse can correct and get it up into the chains. A little step through and just comes up short.
So this hole looks on camera like it's very easy gettable, but I will tell you, it is not. I put everything into my drive just to get there, so it's not as easy as you guys are making it look here.
Yeah, this really does play to the power player's advantage because, throwing stable plastic, I basically am committing to a 400-foot straight shot. And then the fade of the stable plastic, I'm throwing a TI Force, pop top TI Force. I think Dustin is throwing a Defender or something high speed and stable in the dynamic lineup there. And so basically you're throwing a 400-foot straight shot, and it's going to just find its way to the green.
Yeah, 2 very easy birdies. Couple pars, nothing wrong with that there.
Yeah, 200 as a group is a good pro takeaway. And then we find ourselves here on the 1,000-foot par 5, the only par 5 on the property. Even though there's plenty of par 4s, this is the only par 5. This is a beautifully designed hole, treble left and right. And even though it's downhill, you have to choose how far you want to bite off this tee shot because there is a pond on the left, and it pinches to a very narrow landing zone, so placement is paramount on this par 5.
Again, pretty straightforward tee shot, but anyone picks up at all, then it can get a little scary from there.
And Dustin plays it out wide and brings it back to the middle, and you should be in a pretty good landing zone. With the distance of the landing zone right around 400 on the downhill, I feel pretty comfortable throwing the forehand, and I put myself pretty much right where I want to be. Let me throw a stalker here.
I throw stalker, yeah. I always club down for a straighter, slower disc, just to put it where I want. I can be aggressive as I want, knowing it's not going to go too far.
And with the downhill, the glide of the stalker just keeps you moving forward.
Yeah.
And Jesse's going to follow me. forehand, maybe a little too stable with that destroyer. As long as it sits down, which it looks like it does, he'll be fine. He's out of position, but he can get to the second landing zone on this shot, and then he'll have one more to go to get to the green. So still within birdie reach there. This is kind of a gettable par 5, even though it's 1,000 feet, but I think 2 great shots can set you up for a look.
Yeah, this kind of is one that you can play backwards. You know, you're going to want to place your first shot and then let your second one air out, and then another accurate third shot from there. So you can really play it however you like, but
I agree. Conservative, I go forehand, and then I go aggressive with the roller, and I'm confident that I can get myself a look for a 3 on this hole.
Once you get past there, not too much danger, and that's going to be easy birdie from there.
Yeah, that's crushed. I end up peeling out a little bit wide. In round 1, I had a 60-foot look for an eagle.
Wow.
I was not able to convert, but this is I ate this hole up that weekend. And from that right side, you're forced to throw a little bit of a turn and put yourself in an excellent position to just chip up for a birdie. Dustin playing the wide hyzer and skips out. Looks like it'll be about maybe 25, 30 feet there for his birdie look. Jesse forced to do a similar shot. Wow, great placement there, right under the pin. Very nice direct shot from yourself. Oh my goodness, off the top.
Yeah, I wasn't going for it, but it just held up, and man, that would have been sweet if it stuck.
What a bonus that would be.
Yeah, it would.
Dang. And then you have to worry sometimes when you hit metal that it rolls away.
Yeah. So
And there it goes.
from almost getting a 3 to, I might get a 5.
Yeah. So I'm about pin high after 2, and I'm going to just be shooting across the fairway to secure my birdie. I kind of want to get this one, to be honest.
Yeah, it is 1,000 feet, but it's not too difficult. Everyone on this card and the pro division should be getting this hole.
A little more time and focus there in your routine.
Yeah, we're coming down the stretch here.
Nice connection.
Scores are tight, and every stroke counts. Felt good to get that after that roll away.
This is a good reminder for the audience at home that at this point in time, you have to remember, Dustin took a 2-stroke penalty on the second hole of our round, but we did not assess that penalty until after the fact. So something that is very meaningful for our group now is we think Kyle and Dustin are tied.
Yeah, with Dustin's birdie on the previous hole, he's actually up by 1.
Now he's up by 1.
Now he's up by 1.
So that is where our heads are at during this section of the golf course. Is Dustin is leading by 1, and then Jesse and I are kind of going to fight it out for our 3rd place finish. With only 7 more holes after this, anything can happen, but that is how the race is shaping up. Oh, look at that! Look at that par cleanup with confidence.
Jesse making nice work at this hole.
Yeah, that's a great way to take the birdie, low stress birdie. Gotta love that. I personally love this hole, 275 feet, par 3. It is the most challenging line on the course. We're going to be facing the most trees to navigate, and the fact that it comes after a 1,000-foot, relatively wide open hole to me is a perfect placement from a course design standpoint.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of this one as well. Nice wooded hole. Feels more like traditional disc golf. Especially, like you said, right after the par 5.
It's a great test of how well can you shift gears as a player and stay engaged. We've been throwing bombs all day. Now can you lace a gap? Buzz SS.
Buzz SS.
And does it hang on? It
Trickles
just
out of
trickles
bounds.
out of bounds, man. And I believe that's a Firebird from Jesse. He's going to hit the line and then hope for a soft skip. But edge of circle, maybe a little outside, but he's the only one to get through clean, so that bodes well for him. I think that was the Zeppelin.
Nice. Yeah, that's a good line on that disc.
That was a shot that or a disc that I picked up at one of the Horseshoe Lake tournaments at the very beginning of the year. A CTP disc that is now my favorite approach disc.
Awesome.
Well, it's the 2011 Ace Race disc that did not go into production. It's called the Zeppelin. And Dustin with an equally well-placed approach. Jesse for the opportunity. Does not convert.
So it looks short here, but it's a big putt. No, I'm taking an OB stroke. Don't want to risk giving up any more than I have to.
Exactly. So great par save. And you weren't out by much, so it's
No.
kind of a challenge, you
Yeah.
know, frustrating to know that you are so close to taking a stroke and the advantage, but now you're fighting to just maintain.
Yeah.
It's a good conversion there.
And, we're not really talking it much amongst the group. We all know the scores. We're all focused, so everyone knows the stakes right now.
Yeah, it's certainly a friendly group, and I think with this set of players, everybody is pretty comfortable with each other, but
Yeah.
we weren't a talkative group. It was just kind of, long day, heat was up, let's just kind of get through it and stay positive, but we weren't really spending extra energy chit-chatting.
Yeah, especially 27 holes. It's, you kind of run out of things to talk about.
Exactly. So here we are on the par 4, 730 feet. We're going to be teeing from an elevated space down into somewhat of a bowl, and then the funnel to right to left to get to the green. This is a very challenging tee shot with OB on the left. Bailout on the right is safe, but then it puts you a long ways away from the pin.
Yeah, this one you can really let loose on, but you got to be under control. You can go be left, or if you go too far right, you're going to have an equally long upshot from there.
And I am, in fact, lining up the 360 roller, not because I love 360 rollers, but because in the course design, unfortunately, they placed the tee pad right on the edge of this area, so I have very limited space. So to generate power, I actually rely on the 360 because my normal X step would actually be too long of a step to do to get a normal shot off. So if you're going to make a par 3 that's 730 feet, give the tee area maybe an extra 7 feet on the back. That would be my advice, but I'm just being nitpicky. Great tee shot from yourself, keeping it in the middle. I peeled out a little too far wide and right. Jesse's going to get over on a destroyer. He'll get pretty great distance if he's able to get the turn out of this.
Yeah, another one that can really let loose, but if any wind picks up, it could get tricky from there.
And Jesse's able to get it turned over, brings this back into the green. I think we're all sitting in relatively comfortable approach zones. Dustin plays that hyzer maybe a little wide.
A little bit wide, yeah.
So I'm high on the right side of the hill. I have a good angle to the pin. The footing might be a little bit tricky because of the slant of the slope that I'm on, but nothing in the way, just a nice strong hyzer. Throw the Z Extreme. Oh, good distance read. I'll go ahead and pat myself on the back
Right
for that
under it.
one.
Yeah. It's pretty straightforward, but the distance control can be tricky. Your depth perception, it's harder than one might think.
The tree in front of this one, you think is 30, but it's
Deceiving,
actually
yeah.
60.
Definitely. So
And that gets, I've come up short
I think
multiple
I-
times.
I think I kind of make that mistake here. Not really a mistake, but not as close as I wanted.
Yep, exactly. You just get around the tree, and that's kind of where you think you should be, but you find out that you're 30 shorter than you wanted to be. Look at that gallery. We're getting a little bit more support as the day is winding down. Other groups have finished.
Yeah. We had a late tee off, too. I think we teed off around 2 or
2:30.
So
Yeah, 2:30, almost 2:50 actually,
Right.
by the time we actually teed off. The one a day on the 27 is kind of a fun layout, but I didn't know what to do with myself all morning.
right. Dustin.
Wow.
Is that his first miss?
That is his first miss of the round. 22 holes into play. Misses the 45-footer.
Now, I'm not going to lie. I don't ever wish anyone to miss, but I know that battle me and Dustin are in. Seeing him miss, that gives me a little extra motivation to make this right here.
Absolutely. This will be big because, you know, from where we are in the round, you're down by 1.
Exactly. This is to tie it up right here.
Count it.
Good connect.
So you moved to 31 under par. Jesse and I are still kind of out of it, but they're... Oh, what is that? Oh, hello. Kyle's like, yeah, I made it. What of it?
Oh, that's funny. I get that a lot, so now I see why.
You can be kind of intimidating.
I
I was
guess.
intimidated to play with you in the first couple times we ever competed.
I'm all about the game.
That's right. Damn, hardcore. So good connection there, Kyle, for your birdie. Able to pull into what we believed was a tie at the time.
Yeah, you got a birdie out from here.
And so now we only have 6 holes left. Or 5, I should say. 5 holes left. And they're all opportunities. This is a great little par 3. You can choose kind of a flex forehand route like I've done.
I think if you got that shot, that's the best shot on this hole.
So I'm about 40 away, and that's my worst tee shot I've ever had on this hole.
I think that's the best line. This is another one of those pins. They move back about 30 to 40 feet, and it just totally changes the hole. So
I think this is a great pin location.
I do too.
Because the shot you threw, it funnels away from the pin, and then if you go too far, you're going to go off the edge on the other side and have no opportunity. Jesse does not get over on the flex and is going to fall out early. This is a hole that is either a 2 or a 3, though. It's very rare you see a bogey because you either park it or don't.
Right.
There's not very many holes like that on this course, so it's kind of fun. Jesse to approach, little forehand rhino. Maybe a driver from that range. Hard to say on the video there, but. So Dustin, he's just missed his first putt of the round, of the day. Can he pick it back up and connect for the long birdie?
I'm thinking yes.
Oh, just over the top. So 2 misses in a row, and he has to be feeling the pressure now. And you have an opportunity because you have yet to putt to extend the lead. Oh, hey.
Nice.
Look
Coming
at
alive
this
here.
guy. I can actually remember the moment of putting this in and just thinking to myself, what a beautiful day. What a beautiful
Heck yeah.
lit green. I owe it to the audience to go ahead and just put this in.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of people out there supporting us. Really cool.
And here you go for your birdie to push into the lead.
Man.
Wow.
I
just
knew
off
I
the
had
top.
Knew I had to have it, so.
Is that extra pressure, you think, the difference in that putt?
I think from last hole to this hole was the same. You know, I know I could take one here. Same kind of pressure, I guess you would call it. But I knew had to have it. I think I just a little extra juice on it.
Yeah. And that is for you young developing players out there, Notice that Kyle missed high. He wasn't afraid of the pressure. He embraced the pressure and committed to the putt. So he missed high, but that is what you would want.
That's the correct miss.
Yep, exactly.
So still a 3, but got a birdie out.
No movement. I actually steal the pad with that nice long putt. Now we're moving into the par 3, 290 over the lake. This is an ace opportunity. It's got ace written all over it. I guarantee you, before my time is done on this earth, I will ace this hole. And it could even be this round. Who knows?
It's a fun shot for sure. Carry the water the entire way.
Yep. First time I played this course was back in January, and this lake was frozen. This pond was ice. Oh, I want this hole so bad. I've got it dialed in.
So yeah, when you're on the tee, you gotta decide: are you going for the ace or are you going for the 2?
Let's see this again. Oh my gosh.
That's awesome. It stayed close.
Yep, I'm throwing the Predator to kind of spike down on it so it can stay close and give it a run. So, what do you got there?
That is a Nuco S.
Yeah, so very stable, very predictable.
Very stable. Playing for the 2 there. Putting it close. Put the pressure back on Dustin here.
And I don't have much to lose at this point. I'm in good standing in the tournament, but if I really want to make a bid on Jesse, I have to start putting in some shots. So, you know, a 2 is not going to pull away on this hole, so you really need that ace.
Definitely.
Great shot from Jesse. Excellent forehand. And Dustin with our 4th forehand on the group. Good penetration. That's got to hook up.
Very nice.
Yeah. A nice little check up in some dirt there, so that's extra parked. This should be a no-brainer.
Oh, my God.
Oh, no brains at all.
Oh, from the last putt to this one.
Exactly. You notice how I swung my leg there?
Yeah.
I have actually a pretty tight back. And anytime you see me swing the leg...
Whoa.
Oh, man, Jesse, don't... He watched my putt. I take responsibility for that miss. But anytime you see me swing my leg, I actually am cracking my back and I'm releasing the tension. And when I miss, usually it's because I forget to engage all the muscle groups. And popping the back actually kind of reminds me to loosen up. That happens, Kyle, when you get old.
I'm aware.
Kyle, do you remember being the young gun?
I do. And now I'm fairly certain I'm usually the oldest guy in the open division.
Can I ask how old are you?
35.
Yeah, and I'm going to be 33 here in a month. And I remember being 2007. I was 20 when I went open. Yeah, 19 the first time I played a pro tournament. So that's 2 pretty long pro careers I think we've had.
Yeah.
And here we go. We're coming down to the stretch. This 355-foot par 3. There are just some trees late to navigate, but basically you can go straight up the gut, or you can work a left to right shot to try to find the green.
Here I'm throwing the stalker once again.
Wow.
Slow drive from point A to point B.
Yeah, you really took the path of least resistance there and just, flipped up a smooth fairway driver. See if Dustin can match you. He knows what's at stake.
That looks even better.
Wow, what a beautiful flight.
Nice.
2 shots on the green.
Yeah, and even though this one's a par 3, it's a tough birdie.
Yeah, this is a good bonus get.
All those late trees, they really come into play unless you have that sidearm.
Yeah, I am going wide for that purpose. I can kind of take most of the trees out of play. I check up on the hill. I have a downhill look, but I'm happy with that. Jesse's gonna try to take my route. He cuts in a little sooner. Finds himself just a little shy. I'm thinking in my head I'm about to try to get one on Jesse, but he still has a look. It's possible he can make some magic happen here. From about 45.
Where's the basket going?
I changed my mind from about 55.
Dang.
Oh, count it. Holy cow. That was, I needed him not to make that. And he said, Dion, you're going to have to save for Christmas presents a different way because you're not getting this money.
That's a huge putt. There you go.
Yeah, edge of circle connection from putting down at it. Happy with that result. There you go, Dustin.
3-2 already. This is
In a park job. We're gonna walk away with the star frame.
I think we are. I don't know of many star frames on this hole. It's like I said, it's.
And this is probably the maybe the second hardest par 3 on that back 9 section.
Yeah, that's awesome to see 4 birdies on that.
And then here we go, the penultimate hole, second to last shot on the course. We've got 285 feet, a few more trees to navigate than most of the rest of the course combined. And then we have usually a forehand look here.
I got lucky there.
Wow, just snuck by.
I'm going for the inside gap, and the adrenaline's pumping, so I overcooked it. But
Got yourself about pin high.
Still got to look.
Dustin is going to aim for the forehand as well.
There is that up the middle gap that you can see, but I think most players prefer this sidearm route.
That's the line, I think, just left of the tree, basically Dustin's route. There are some trees late you have to be mindful of. You can't just jam it. You got to kind of place it. And I was able to do just that, yeah.
That's looking good. Ooh.
Wow. Good bid by Jesse there. And here we go. The first of the looks at 2. Kyle, from how far would you say that is?
That's at least 40.
Maybe even a little longer.
I'm first one to putt, so I'm out.
Little extra focus there. Wow. What a connection.
Slow-mo.
It's all on the line.
Huge putt.
Huge putt, dude. You can see yourself. You're fired up there. Great connection. This is one of the only A-tier opportunities that we have here in the state of Washington. It's a beautiful course. The club does a fantastic job with this event. We know there's excellent money on the line, so this is a really good, meaningful get. Oh, man, Dustin not able to connect. You know he wanted it. He's only missed 3 putts the entire round. I'm able to connect for the birdie there. Maybe I can try to put a scare on Jesse, but he has kind of found his stroke here late in the round. Yeah.
Nice putt.
I want to take a moment and appreciate Gateway Disc Sports for supporting the coverage. JBTV, John Brown out there filming all weekend. And, you know, it's not easy to take your whole weekend and devote it to disc golf when there might not be anything in it for you.
Yeah.
So appreciate John Brown,
Definitely,
and we appreciate Gateway for supporting his efforts.
It's cool for people to see this course and see the pro caliber players play it.
Yeah, this is a gem of a course. I think without a lot of effort, you know, we could come up with a pretty gold level 18 and over the next few years maybe get some big events out here. Final hole of the round is a par 4, 670 feet. You have to navigate the gap, move left to right, and then maintain center cut because there is danger right and there is a pond left, and you really need to get the birdie, especially you and Dustin really fighting for it.
So yourself and I just showed you how to play this hole. You can throw a fairway short or do what you just did.
Yeah, I threw the TI crank. I don't have anything to lose here, so I just put a full smash on it. And, you know, in practice, I've put a roller to the green. I know it's gettable, but for this type of play, I just want to get myself as far down there and make it a least stressful approach as possible. Jesse sticks with his par 4 game plan, which is throwing that forehand for position. So as long as he can get up and down, he'll be in a good spot. This is a meaningful drive for Dustin Keegan. And he's hit the gap. He's turning left to right. And it was all turn. Yeah, it didn't flex out, but he'll be okay. Quick look at the gallery. We've got a lot of support, a lot of fans. And I love this late evening finish to a round of golf.
Really cool looking. So right here, I know Dustin's going to 3 it. He's played great all around. I know I have to 3 it. Can't just coast in.
And that skips away, and that goes out of bounds, Kyle.
So not trying to do that, but...
So you were going aggressive for the green, thinking that you got to put yourself in position.
Yeah. If I can birdie it, I can end it.
Wow.
And Dustin, yeah, he hasn't missed all around.
Yeah, he puts himself in a better position. So that's very drama-filled. And you have a tricky putt even to look at the save. So that is very scary. Jesse with a good approach there. And I stayed safe just barely, but I am rewarded with a pretty easy chip shot here to the green. Throwing the Z Extreme. You can see how casual I'm afforded of a luxury there. So here you go. You're bringing it in off of the OB line. You're uphill. With the straddle stance, you have a little bit of cabbage above you. And you've got a golf green behind the basket. So this is either in,
win or lose,
or out. Kyle Crabtree for the win. Oh, man, and you connect, Kyle. Well done, sir.
Thank you. Yeah, I was glad that was the last putt. It was getting not stressful, but a lot of work, making a lot of long putts.
Yeah, the mental fatigue will start to kick in. And this is 27 holes. This is a round and a half of golf.
Yeah. So
this is definitely a test of the will, and you came out successful, sir. And great connection from Dustin to finish off an excellent tournament.
Put it awesome all around.
And as we said before, at this point in the day, we actually felt that, or we were under the impression that it was a tie game.
Right.
And we had to go back. We had to discuss what had happened on hole 2. And at this point, that was 4 hours ago.
Yeah.
So a very unfortunate outcome for Dustin in that the misplay does cost him the opportunity for the playoff. But it was a drama-filled finish. Successful win from Kyle Crabtree. Second place from Dustin. Jesse hangs on to third. And what a fantastic event. Please share, follow, subscribe, and smile. Thank you for watching John Brown TV. And congrats, Kyle.
Thank you, guys. Thanks for watching.